There is advice that sounds so logical, so obvious, so fundamentally correct that nobody ever stops to question whether it is actually working. You have heard it your entire life from parents, from coaches, and from every motivational voice that has ever reached you. When things are not working, try harder. When you fall short, push more. And when the result does not come, increase the effort. And you believed it because it sounds like discipline, strength, and exactly what a serious person does when faced with resistance. But here's what nobody told you. In the wrong system, trying harder does not accelerate progress. It accelerates collapse. The Delta Force operational framework identified this problem decades ago, not in a psychology study, but in the field, or where the consequences of running a broken system at maximum effort are immediately and brutally visible. Today, we are going to dismantle the try harder myth and replace it with the only thing that actually works under sustained pressure. Inside a Delta operational environment, effort is never the primary variable. This sounds counterintuitive for some of the most physically and mentally demanding operators on the planet. But while effort exists in abundance, it is treated as fuel, not as strategy. Fuel poured into a broken system does not fix the system. It just burns faster and leaves you further from the objective with fewer resources than when you started. The standard Delta diagnostic when a mission is underperforming is never, "Are we trying hard enough?" The diagnostic is always structural. Where is the system breaking down? What is the friction point? What decision is being made incorrectly, repeatedly, at what phase of execution? The effort question comes last, only after the system has been audited and the architecture has been confirmed sound. You have been doing it in reverse, increasing output inside an unaudited system and pushing harder against a wall that has a door in it you have never looked for. There are three mechanisms why try harder is actually making you weaker. Mechanism 1. Maximum effort in a broken system burns the one resource that cannot be recovered in the short term: cognitive capacity. Every time you push harder without changing the architecture, you draw from a depleted reserve that was already insufficient, resulting in a deeper deficit where decision quality drops and emotional regulation degrades. The ability to assess the situation accurately, the most critical operational skill you own, deteriorates precisely when you need it most. Delta operators manage rest as a non-negotiable operational input to protect the cognitive capacity required for high-quality decision-making. When you try harder without recovery protocols, you're not being disciplined. You are consuming tomorrow's operational capacity to compensate for today's broken system. Mechanism 2. Repeated maximum effort against an unchanging obstacle trains the mind to associate effort with futility. The brain is a pattern recognition system that observes the relationship between inputs and outputs with cold precision. When maximum effort consistently fails, your brain concludes that effort in this domain does not produce results and begins to reduce the motivational signal for future attempts. This is your brain protecting you from a losing strategy. But the losing strategy was never the effort itself. It was the broken system it was applied to. You must audit the system deliberately before increasing effort every single time. Mechanism 3. Try harder eliminates the diagnostic pause that would identify the actual problem. When the default response to failure is to increase effort, the action phase expands and the assessment phase disappears. There is no moment of cold analysis, no debrief, and no structural audit. Just more of the same input applied with greater force. In a civilian context, this gets labeled as grit or dedication, but it deserves a debrief. Somewhere inside that failure is a specific, correctable structural error that a 10-minute honest audit would surface. That audit requires stopping, which feels like weakness to those told to push harder, but it is the most operationally intelligent move available. You cannot fix what you will not examine, but there is a technical hurdle. You cannot perform a clean audit if your brain is stuck in a high-stress frequency. To shift from raw effort to operational intelligence, your neural system needs a reset. I've placed a link in the pinned comment to a 7-second sound wave protocol backed by NASA-level research. It's designed to snap your brain out of the elite exhaustion loop and into the high-performance frequency required for this audit. If your internal system is redlining, I'll start there. Here is the delta replacement for try harder. Audit, adjust, execute. Audit the system first to see where the breakdown occurs and what decision is being made incorrectly. Adjust the architecture. Fix the friction point or redesign the approach before increasing the output. Then execute with appropriate effort against a system confirmed to be structurally sound. Effort applied after an audit moves the mission forward, while effort applied instead of one simply consumes resources. Every time you responded to failure with try harder, you were not being weak. You were following an incomplete instruction that told you to increase input, but never to examine the system receiving it. A broken system running at maximum effort produces elite exhaustion and a version of you that believes trying does not work. That lesson is wrong. It will be corrected by trying differently inside a system that has been audited and adjusted. Audit first, always, every time, without exception. If this reframed how you think about effort and failure, the next video breaks down the exact audit protocol that Delta operators use to identify system failures before they compound into mission collapse. No inspiration, no fluff, only the protocol, the silent unit. Operate accordingly.